It's tough to watch him compete. Ferrero says he misses being by Carlos Alcaraz's side. Juan Carlos Ferrero should be in Melbourne closely following Carlos Alcaraz's progress, but after the pair separated in December last year, he has stepped away from the sport, choosing a completely different path by swapping tennis for golf. However, he finds it difficult not to be by the world number one side. This is the first time Alcaraz has competed on the ATP Tour without Ferrero as his coach. The duo shared a very special relationship, with Ferrero overseeing the rise of the talented Spaniard. They achieved a great deal together, with Alcaraz winning 6 Grand Slam titles, 24 ATP trophies, and spending 56 weeks as world number one. Now it is Samuel Lopez's turn to continue this task, with Alcaraz aiming to complete the legendary career Grand Slam with a title at the Australian Open. So far, things are going well for Alcaraz, and the change does not seem to have caused any lasting damage. For Ferrero, however, it is hard to watch him without still being at his side. It's difficult when you see Carlos competing and you see your entire team sitting in the player box, Ferrero told 10 Golf. It's not easy, what you feel. I'm happy with how he's playing and with the fact that he hasn't dropped a set yet. He's performing at a very high level. Turning the page in tennis. Ferrero was also a great tennis player, winner of Roland Garros in 2003 and world number one that same year. He began coaching a 15-year-old Carlos Alcaraz, shaping him into the player he is today. After a long period in the sport, the 45-year-old Valencian is not yet ready to return and has opted for something completely different. After what happened with Carlos, in the end it's about a change of scenery, something I think is necessary, especially for a while, he said. It's clear that tennis is my life and always will be, because I continue working at my tennis academy and I'm also receiving quite a few offers from both the men's and even the women's circuits. He has swapped the racket for a golf club, having recently joined young Spanish golfer Ángel Ayora. He will work with him on the mental side of performance and professional development. All the experience gained with Alcaraz will be very useful as he looks to work his magic once again with another young Spanish talent. I spoke with Juan Ochoa, Angel's coach, and they offered me the opportunity to delve a bit into the world of golf and see what it takes and what is required to compete at the highest level, he revealed. It's a trial period, but I'm enjoying it. I must say I feel comfortable. It's a world I know, and I think my help with Ángel is mainly at the mental level, emotional management, which is very important in golf. He is fully committed to his new role and already points out where his support is most needed. I think players are very used to hitting very good shots, and when they hit a bad one, they punish themselves a lot. That's an area where a lot of work can be done. Ángel is very young, he has just arrived on the tour, he has many courses to discover for the first time and many things to improve. Being here with them is about trying to help him progress in those mental aspects, because I believe golf is highly mental. Impactful message from Alcaraz after his victory against de Minaur. Carlos Alcaraz reached the semifinals of the Australian Open for the first time after defeating local player Alex de Minaur in straight sets, with scores of 7-5, 6-2, and 6-1. The match lasted just over 2 hours and made it clear that the Spaniard is in great form. This is his 10th Grand Slam semifinal, making him the second youngest player in history to achieve this feat, just behind Rafa Nadal. His next opponent will be Germany's Alexander Zverev, in a clash that promises high intensity and strong emotions. After his victory, Alcaraz analyzed how he felt on court and shared details about his mental state. He acknowledged the importance of staying calm during the most critical moments, a skill he has been working on with his team. He highlighted how his coach, Samuel Lopez, plays a key role in keeping him positive even when things are not going well. Although the match had its ups and downs, he managed to stay firm and focused. That mental stability made the difference against a tough opponent. Carlos also emphasized the importance of enjoying the game. According to him, there were moments when he was having fun, even laughing in the middle of the match. This attitude allowed him to see the game more clearly, make better decisions, and execute with confidence. It is part of a maturation process he is experiencing intensely, without losing the essence that defines him. That combination of mental evolution and faithfulness to his style is what makes him unique on court. Alcaraz highlighted the progress he has made throughout the tournament, match by match. Each encounter has allowed him to improve both physically and technically, which gives him great confidence. He compared his current performance with that at the US Open, showing that he feels more complete and patient. Although at the beginning he was not entirely happy with his level, his team encouraged him to be patient, and that paid off. Now he is happy with his performance and motivated for what lies ahead. Regarding the match against de Minaur, Alcaraz explained how difficult it is to face him. The Australian hits hard and forces you to stay focused on every point. Although he started the match well, there was a moment when he lost his feel, but he managed to recover in time. He stayed solid, weathering his opponent's best moments, and found a way to enjoy the match. That mix of seriousness, enjoyment, and precise execution was key to his victory. Part of that stability, he attributes to his team, whom he praised enthusiastically. He said that having them close is essential for him, not only professionally but also personally. He joked about the number of people who accompany him, but made it clear that all of them are important. Having his brother, his father, and part of his family present makes him feel at home. He also expressed his pride in sharing these moments with his father, who once dreamed of experiencing something like this. Looking ahead to the semifinal against Alexander Zverev, Alcaraz knows he will need to raise his level even further. He has closely followed the German's performance throughout the tournament and has seen him play solid, aggressive tennis with an effective serve. He recalled that before the tournament, Zverev beat him in a practice session, which adds an extra ingredient to this matchup. Carlos does not underestimate his opponent and is preparing mentally and tactically for what he anticipates will be a very intense battle. He confessed that the challenge is not only his, but also that of the team around him. He knows everyone must be ready, focused, and united to face this test. In addition to technical training, they are also working on strategic aspects, looking for ways to neutralize Zverev. Carlos sees it as an opportunity for revenge, an ideal chance to face him again and, this time, achieve a different result. He is motivated and eager to fight for a place in the final. As for the days leading up to the match, Alcaraz explained that he does not yet have a defined plan. Laughing, he mentioned that playing golf is always an option he considers. He also values going for walks, enjoying time with his team, and taking a breather before the match. Rest, when well managed, is a key part of preparation. He will discuss it with his team and together they will decide what training to do and how best to use the available time before the big match. This type of relaxed yet committed mindset reflects great maturity for his age. Alcaraz is learning to balance competitive pressure with moments of disconnection. He knows that it is not all about training more, but about preparing better. Finding that balance is essential when competing at the highest level, and he is achieving it with the help of a team that understands his rhythms, his needs, and his way of facing big moments. Beyond tennis, Carlos deeply values the human environment around him. He is grateful to be able to live these experiences alongside his family and close circle. Not only do they make him feel comfortable and secure, but they also remind him why he does all this. For him, every victory is also a tribute to those who have been with him since childhood. And knowing that he is fulfilling his father's dreams is an extra motivation that drives him to keep growing. Finally, he emphasized that all of this is part of a process of constant growth. It is not just about winning matches, but about evolving as a player and as a person. Carlos is aware that he still has much to learn, but he does so with humility, joy, and determination. His ability to adapt, to enjoy, and to remain true to himself is what has brought him this far. And if he continues on this path, the best of Alcaraz is yet to come. Juan Carlos Ferrero's new and unexpected challenge after his split with Carlos Alcaraz. The year 2025 ended with unexpected news for the world of sport. Carlos Alcaraz and his coach, Juan Carlos Ferrero, went their separate ways and stopped forming that formidable duo after having achieved no fewer than 26 titles, 6 of them Grand Slams. However, the coach has a new professional project on his hands for 2026. I will work alongside Angel Ayora, a young golfer with great potential. The man who stood by Alcaraz's side for 7 years is feeling very excited, as he has made clear on his social media. Together we will focus on the mental aspect of performance and professional development. He has emphasized that, although this is a new professional project in which he is deeply involved, his passion for tennis will never fade. Tennis is my life and I will continue giving my best at the academy and on the circuit. Nevertheless, the coach is delighted to be able to contribute his experience and support Angel's growth, because he is also passionate about golf, as it is an individual sport in which the mental side plays a key role. This is an interest he shares not only with his young golfer Angel, but also with the player with whom he closed a professional chapter last year. Let us remember that during his holidays at the end of 2025, Carlos Alcaraz Carlitos, as he likes to be called, spent most of his time on golf courses. The end of his stage with Carlitos. It is very difficult for me to write this post. After more than 7 years together, Juanqui and I have decided to put an end to our stage together as coach and player. Thank you for turning childhood dreams into realities. We started this journey when I was barely a kid, and throughout all this time you have accompanied me on an incredible journey, on and off the court. And I have enjoyed every step with you immensely, Alcaraz wrote in a message that took everyone by surprise. The former world number one, after his victory over Jannik Sinner at the US Open in early September, brought an era to a close. Saying goodbye is never easy, especially when there are so many shared experiences behind it, his former coach replied. Later on, Ferrero shed some more light on the reasons why their paths diverged. There were certain things we didn't agree on, and more specifically, everything points to the fact that they failed to reach an agreement when it came to renewing his contract. One pulls one way and the others pull another, as he told Marca. He also added that the ending could have been reversible if they had sat down for one last conversation to sort out their differences. But, as the new golf coach stated, in the end, we didn't sit down and we decided not to continue. Carlos Alcaraz confirms an open secret about his staff after splitting with Juan Carlos Ferrero. His brother Alvaro gains responsibility. Carlos Alcaraz confirmed during his press conference after the third round of the Australian Open that his brother Alvaro has taken on greater importance within the working group that accompanies him at tournaments. He knows a great deal about tennis and has a way of seeing things that contributes a lot both to Samu, Lopez, and to me, he said this Friday, following the split with Juan Carlos Ferrero. The evolution of Carlos Alcaraz's team, which has always been used to having fixed figures, has been gradual but constant in recent years. But among all the regular members of his entourage, one name has always stood out, that of his brother Alvaro, who was also a tennis player in his day and who provides support that the man from Murcia has stressed as being fundamental. My brother is a very important person in my personal and professional life. He brings me many positive things that I need to perform better on the court. Now he is going to take on a bit more prominence alongside Samu, Lopez. Carlitos emphasized about the entourage that now includes his only coach, following the departure of Juan Carlos Ferrero confirmed last December. I am very happy that things have turned out this way, that he is very present in the box, even more involved, and the truth is that he is contributing very positive things, he concluded about Alvaro.